My name is Matthew Doyle. I'm a technical marketing specialist at Autodesk. That's just a fancy way of saying I show demos. I have a game development background. For 8 years, I worked as a 3D artist, and now I work at Autodesk showing people the software, all the cool stuff. So Maya LT is our new indie-friendly version of Maya, and it basically has everything you need to create real-time game assets, characters, animation, environment art. ShaderFX is our new node-based shader editing tool. So in a nutshell, real-time shaders in games is something that is done on the graphics card, and it requires a graphics programmer or a technical artist to write shader code, which is really hardcore C++ style code. That's not something that any artist can normally do. And so ShaderFX makes it a much more artist-friendly workflow where you can do what's called node-based editing, and you basically drop nodes down on your canvas and wire those nodes together, and then create your shader network, so you can do things like rim lighting and normal maps and displacement maps and subsurface scattering effects and glowy emissive things, all the cool stuff that you would normally have a graphics programmer do by writing the code, you can now do with a visual editing tool. And then the cool thing about that is once you've created your shader graph, you can export that out as the actual shader code that can then be taken into the game engine and used. And then, if you want, you can have your graphics programmer actually, modify the code right there as well. So it just makes it a lot friendlier for artists to do that kind of stuff. And it makes a great learning tool. If you're an artist that wants to learn how to write shaders, and you don't want to try to learn to write C++ or whatever, you can use ShaderFX as a way to kind of segue into learning how to write shaders, how they work, how they're put together.